So here I'm just gonna make first margin 0 and do padding 0 and do box sizing, set that to border box, just like that. That will basically remove all of the unnecessary paddings and margins. You need to watch Bleached. It's too good. Okay, sure. Getting some anime suggestions here. What NGL? That means not gonna lie. Where are you from? I'm from Nepal, man. Anime website? Yep. It's not watchable, okay? It's just a. I'm just going to show you actually. I have a pre-made version of it. Citing on port. This will how it will look like. There we go. This is I have actually like pulled this from an API. All these, but all of these are hard coded. So yeah. And I'm just gonna do font family, set that to Arial, and also do sans serif here. That will be the font family that we'll be using. And here I'm just gonna do background color. I'm gonna set that to 0f0 f23, and also do color, set that to white, and also do overflow at x to hidden. There we go, just like that. The next thing I need to make is to actually style the actual header, which is these right here. Now to do this, I'm just going to do display flex. I'm going to do justify content space between, right? And also do align items, set that to center, and do padding, set to 1 rem and 2 rem. And here I'm just going to do set the background color to 1A, 1A, and 2E. Just like that. And also do a border bottom. Set that to 1 pixel, solid, 1, 6, 1, 6, 2, 1, and 3E. What's happening? Please be my mentor. I can be your mentor. I mean, you can ask me. Like, I can teach you on stream, but yeah, I don't think I can teach you like offline privately. For logo, I'm just gonna do display flex, one item set to center, and also do gap 0.5 rem, and also do font size set to 1.5 rem. And here, font weight set to bold. Also to change the color to a lightish green color. So I'm just going to do D for A, just like that. Bobby, can you get me some copyright words from Alicia? Alicia has copyright on every single word, man. Why voices like your voice is like you're not from Nepal, kind of. Yeah, true. I get that a lot. But yeah, thanks, man. I think I'll take that as a compliment. So here I'm just going to do display set to flex and gap set to 2 rem. There we go. For the nav tabs, right? How to style the actual individual nav tab? I can just probably do nav tab, and do color set to that, and also do text decoration set to none, and font weight set to 500, do padding set to 0.5 rem and 1 rem. After that, I'm just going to do border radius set to 5 pixels, transition all 0.3 seconds at ease, just like that. I'll just, his accent seems like that, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Katagiri. I'll just text you like twice a day, not to annoy, but to check if I'm actually improving with someone who knows their stuff. Okay. Sure. But okay, drop me your Discord ID. I'm gonna DM you personally. How about that? I'm gonna add you personally. Do nav have and do active. Yeah, sure. How about that? I can just do that. Do color, white, do border bottom. Set that to 2 pixels, solid. And just do D4 and double A. Just like that. Bro finally got the deal. Okay. There we go. So next is the nav tab hover. So I'm just gonna do nav. Yeah. Are you saying that to copy? Yeah, he is. And here I'm just gonna do hover and do color set to white and do background color set to 1621 and 3E. Bro, on your channel, you teach web development for beginners? Yes. It's usually for like if you're starting at like ground zero from like absolutely from scratch, like you know nothing about coding, and yeah. Do search and do search bar set to display flex and do align item set to center. And also do gap set to 1 rem. There we go. Next thing I can do is to actually style the search input. So you can do input and do background color. Set that to probably this one right here. And since it looks absolutely horrible right now, I can remove the border and also give it a padding to make it look nice. I can do 0.5 rem and 1 rem. I also do border radius at 220 pixels. Also do color white and do width 300 pixels. Just like that. Oh, really? Thanks, I was looking for it. Nice. It's okay. You're welcome. You can, there are like Python courses and also JavaScript. There's also HTML and CSS if you're looking forward to it. If you're starting out as absolute beginner, that is. And user actions, I'm just going to do display flex and do align items set to center, gap set to 1 rem, just like that. And yeah, do main container, do display flex. Now here, what I'm gonna do is we have actually styled up to thing, right? Now how we're gonna make this is here we'll basically set this to center. So first what I'm going to do here is at the mean height I'm going to calculate to 100 VH, which is this right here, and do minus 80 pixels, just like that. I'm not very good in English. No, like it's fine. I mean, my English is not perfect, so. A good question. When I tried changing the text color inside an input, it didn't change. Like this color right here. VH is vertical height of a web page, right, Gavi? Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure its full form is like view height. It's basically whatever for your device, it's basically this height right here. So we're basically subtracting 80 pixels from this. Okay. So if you want to change this is basically a placeholder. So where is search? So if I wanted to change this, right? I could probably do something like this. Do placeholder. And set the color of the placeholder something like red. And there we go. But this is for only the placeholder, okay? The actual text will still be whatever text color you put here. Let's say you put this green. The color, the text will be green, but the on text for that's called the placeholder, that is changed by this. So this is what you call a pseudo element. You can change the property from that, or if you want to change the actual color while you're typing, you change from the color property. So yeah, that's how we do it. So here I'm just gonna do width set to 250 pixels, set the background color to 1A, 1A, 2E, and do padding set to 2 rem and 1 rem. FR. I love how Alicia does not know, like, Alicia, are you like a, how do I say it? Like a person who never chats, like texts, the text, because I think these things are pretty common though. I mean, I'm not judging you for not knowing it. Even I don't know a few stuff. Like sometimes people talk to me, I will not know it. But yeah. So here I'm just gonna do sidebar and do sidebar section and do margin bottom set to 2 rem. If I'm right, Alicia is a kid or from 1990. No, just come on, man. Okay, here I'm just gonna do sidebar title. Come on, you cannot say that, guys. Please. It's gonna do font 0.9 RAM here. Change the color to 888. I'm just gonna come down here. And here change the margin bottom to 1 rem. And also please don't take don't take, yeah, they're just joking. Uppercase here, and also do font weight set to bold. I think it should look nice here. Next thing, actual items. I'm just gonna do sidebar item. I'm gonna do display flex. Align items set to center. Also do gap 0.5 rem. And also do color set to this right here. And do text decoration set to none. And do border radius set to 5 pixels. I'm not saying that is bad. To be honest, without knowing these short terms, life is so peaceful. True. Like at first, when these short terms like actually hit the market, like people would just talk to me like that, and I would just think I'm a big boomer for not knowing these. I would be like, people will say like, for I know, right? They will say IKR. I was like, what? What is this talk? What is this guy talking about? It was like Skibbity and like all of these other Gen Alpha terms coming to like play, and I was like, what do these mean? Like I would think myself for like a boomer for not knowing these kind of stuff. I didn't get to watch Demon Slayer movie because of the on. Wait, you're Nepali, bro? Same goes for me. I actually watched it like 2 days ago. Our tickets got postponed. Like the movie date got postponed. I guess that logo on top left, that video pause. I think it will look better if it was only code and voice instead of having video logo. I'm not forcing just kind of talk. I mean, okay. I can remove it if you want. Let's see how it will look. Where's the thing? Give me a second. So it is this thing right here. So if I just cut this, uh, it looks kind of plain. I'll keep it like that if you don't mind. So here I'm just gonna do hover, and here I'm just gonna basically do background color. I'm gonna set that to our this, and also do color and set that to white. And here, I'm also going to do a margin bottom of 1 rem, just like that. And for hover, I forgot to put padding, I think, right? Yeah, I did forget to put padding. So I'm just going to do padding, 0.7 rem and 1 rem, like that. I think margin bottom, yeah, it was too much. You can do that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the item. Now next is the actual sidebar active. So I'm just going to do sidebar item dot active and do background color set to that, and also do color set to this. Okay, I did put I think I put active for everything. What I can do here is change that. So I go here, and this is the header, right? So active main container, this is my first one. I want to remove this right here and also remove this active right here, and there we go. Next for content, I can just probably do flex set that to 1 and do padding set to 2 rem. There we go. And also do hero section. Hero section, set that to like position relative. Also do height 400 pixels. Also do border radius set to 10 pixels and overflow set to hidden. Margin bottom set to 2 rem. And also do background set to URL. So I'm gonna set the background to a One Punch Man background. I will read the chat in a bit, in a second. And here I'm just gonna do center / cover. And there we go. Next thing I can do is actually style the overlay, right? So this will basically be a kind of a, since this is like really bright, so it'll be kind of toned down the background. How dare you call me a kid from 1990? Alicia, like, if you're from 1990, you are not a kid. He didn't mean it like that. Whoa, exactly. Chill, guys. Chill out. Chill out. Alicia, calm down. Calm down. CSS make it beautiful. Exactly. So do top 0. I'm just also gonna do left 0. I'm also gonna do right 0. I'm also gonna do bottom 0. It'll basically cover everything, and also do background set to RGB. Oops. RGBA. So I'm just gonna use a grayish tint, just like that. There we go. As you can see, it kind of made it look a little bit like darker. And do display flex and do align items set to center, and also do padding set to 2 rem. And there we go. Looks pretty nice. I still have to style the thing though. So here I'm just gonna do hero content, which is the actual content div. Right? I'm also gonna do max width. I'm just gonna scroll down. Max width sets to 50%, like that. Now for the title, I'm just gonna do hero title. Oops, I also gonna do hero title. Font size set to 2.5 rem. Also do font weight set to bold. And do margin bottom set to 1 rem. Now this will look like this on full screen. However, it does look pretty, like, since we haven't made it responsive, it kind of looks like that. Now here, I will just make it look like that, and boom. You win a new subscriber. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. By the way, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. Apology accepted. I was not getting serious because I'm cool. Exactly. Alicia is cool, guys. Uh, can you show me, Gobby? What is vibe coding? My all classmates are saying it's easier than learn to code. How does that even work without learning? That's a good question. The thing about vibe coding is a technique of coding. It's basically a new thing. You use AI to code. So there are a lot of AIs. The best one like that I use for vibe coding. If I need to vibe code, obviously, if I need to like let's say make a draft for my project, I would use AI. I would use Claude, right? I will make it. I'll just send it to designer to like be make it like this, something like that, and he will just refine it properly. So like vibe coding is basically a concept of letting AI code for you instead of you code, right? Because AI can do it pretty fast. Instead of you having writing all of the code line by line, if you know how to code already, you can just do the like you can just make the AI code for you. It's more faster, efficient, and it just basically is better for your everyday workflow. Now, that is not recommended for beginners because as a beginner, you generally would not know what is like how the code is flowing. Now, if you don't do that, like if you don't know what's your code actually doing, you'll basically lose control of your code. Now, that is not something you want to do. Okay? So that is what the concept of that's vibe coding. So if I go here, Lumin asked for the structure. I can just do hero section. There we go. There we go. So this is the outermost container, and this is the overlay. You see the blackish tint here, like a kind of a tone down. That is what this overlay is doing, right? And this is the actual content, which is this thing right here. When your designer gives you a design, do you just give it to AI and gives the code copy pasted? No. I mean, you could, but like it depends on how good prompt you give. I mean, if you know how to code already, you can probably do it, and just like that. But like the thing is, let's say you are a UI UX designer and you want a draft ready, and you don't have like your mind is really like you don't know how the actual website design will look like. You can just tell the AI to just give me a draft for this specific website, and it will probably give you a kind of a draft, right? That will be code. If you try to run it, you'll see the design. As a designer, you can basically translate that into your company's theme design. Make sense? That is how you, as a designer, that is how you would use. I mean, at least that's how our designers do it. Next is hero subtitle. I need to code faster, guys. So I'm probably gonna run my fingers fast instead of having me yak. Because if I don't finish this, I'm screwed. So yeah, I don't want to make this like 3 hours long. So do description here. Also do margin bottom, set that to 2 rem. Also do line height, set to 1.6 here. Also do color, set to grayish color, just like that. If I look about it, that looks pretty horrible because we haven't made it responsive yet. You got my Discord, right? Yeah, I have your Discord. Don't worry. Do hero buttons. I will add you after stream. How about that? Here I'm just gonna do display flag and gap. Set that to 1 rem. Now the buttons are not visible here. If you go here, the buttons are just like right there, but it's kind of not visible because kind of I have put overflow hidden. So let's do button here. Now for button, I'm just gonna do padding, set that to 0.8 rem and 1.5 rem. Also do border set to none. Also do border radius 5 pixels. Do cursor set to pointer, font weight set to bold, transition set to all 0.3 seconds at ease, do display inline flex, and also do align item set to center, and also give gap 0.5 rem. Just like that. Now for button primary, do background color set that to E7 for C3C, and also do color set that to white. That is for primary, so this is how it will look, right? Now one thing I can do is probably this, and also give a decoration none. That'll get rid of the thing. And here I can, for the secondary button, I won't bug you, no, it's fine. I'm mostly out, so, and I will probably be busy with work. So if I can reply you whenever I'm free. .55 and 0.1. But I don't know if I can be a good teacher though. Like the thing is, I am like okay at coding. But the thing is, they're like, when I see other people code, it makes me look bad. Thinking, what am I doing? You are a good teacher, Gabi. Thank you. But I'm not still skilled. Like, for example, I don't think even I qualify as a teacher, because if you guys didn't know, I'm still in university. So yeah, I don't think I have talked about this. Have I talked about this? So yeah. Do 2 pixels just like that. And here it should look pretty damn nice. Your name is Gabi? Yes. I mean, that's my nickname online. That's not my real name. But yeah. Bro, you are literally so much better than in college teachers. They're like master's holder. Yes, his name is Gabi. Sad. I don't think you're like, bro. Come on, man. I mean, I'm still in university though. I'm in like my second year. What's your real name then? I cannot reveal that, Alicia. What is your name, bro? I cannot tell you that. Wait, Alicia, come on, man. Okay, so play button. Moving on. Okay, just forget everything. Okay. For the play button, I can do top and left 50%. That'll make the thing come at exactly at the center. Now, normally it will not be just like that. So for a absolutely like, you know, make sure it's absolutely at the center, you can also do this. So it just means the same thing, but a different thing, okay? Like a different property. If you just comment this part out, it will not be at the center, but at position absolute, you can just transform it at the center. Because sometimes what happens is, if this thing is scaled, then it will not be at the center sometimes, so you can just do that. So for width, I can just do with 80 pixels, and height, I can also do around 80 pixels, and also do background color. Where is the thing? Background color. I can do RGBA set to 231, 76, and 60, and 0.9. There we go. That is our thing. Let's set the border radius. Now it does look pretty horrible, so we have to fix that. That will basically look like that. We'll make it a flex box. I'll do justify content line up center. That will make it come exactly at the center. Now what I can do else is, we need to change the font size, but I'll do it in a bit. You can change it to cursor and also do transition all 0.3 seconds at ease. Don't compare yourself to others. You'll always fall short. To me, you're great, of course. Thank you. Thank you. I thought you were old man. I'm not an old man. I'm not. I'm like 19, guys. By the way, I'm like I haven't even left my teenage, guys. What you're talking about? The only thing I'm here because I love making videos and love to code. So do hover, and here what I can do. So here, this will basically be really cool, right? I'm just gonna copy this, change that, and here I'm just gonna make it a little darker, and there we go. Boom, easy. And also do probably scale it. Oops, I was gonna do this. Scale that 1.1 times. Okay, the reason it's not scaling properly is we also have to add to make sure it's in exactly at the middle. So I can do that and that. To fix that, there we go. It will just stay inside this container. It will just stay at the middle. And yeah, I'm old and I suck in coding. Guys, you don't suck at coding, okay? Now to actually increase the font size, I'm just gonna do font size. I'm just gonna increase that to 2 rem, and also do like margin left. Set that to 5 pixels. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Now for the section, which is the main div right here, right? Now to do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a dummy anime card. I'm gonna put that here. Now to do that, what I'm gonna do is go here and make the thing. Now here I'm just gonna do anime card. Inside this, I'm also gonna do anime poster. Do style here. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Okay. I got really confused for a second there. Do background image set to whatever things. I'm just gonna change that background image to set that to URL and just give a random URL for now, just like that, because we haven't made the thing, right? So it will just not make sense. Next is the anime info. I'm just gonna make anime info div. Inside this, I'm gonna make anime title. And now let's say for this, I'm just gonna make Naruto. If you guys haven't watched Naruto, watch Naruto. Free sellout. Yup. And do anime rating. So this will be a dummy data. Again, as I said, do class FAS FA star. Oops. And probably close that. That'll give me a star. Let's say the thing is around like 4.9 out of something. And after that, I'm just gonna do anime genres and just do like shonen. That's one genre, I guess. And that is the div that we have to make, right? Now we'll basically automate this using JavaScript, but for now we're just gonna leave it rest just like that. Lumen is making my day for real. Thanks, brother. We'll start somewhere. Matter of. Hello, Harry. Welcome back. Welcome to the stream. What age did you start coding? It was back then when I was like 7th. No, not 7th. I think 8th or 9th grade. I'm not sure. I kind of forgot. It's been a long time. And then where did you copy that? Where did you? I mean, Alicia just claimed your motivation code. Yep. Yep. It's her now. No can do. Lumen is really motivational. I love it. Margin bottom, I'm just gonna set that to 3 rem, I guess. And here, wait, last section, right? And here I'm just gonna do section. I'm just gonna do section title, and which is this thing right here. I'm just gonna set that to font size. I'm gonna increase that by a little bit, if I can get that actually. If I just increase this by, let's see, a lot, it does work. Okay, that's great. Margin bottom set to 1.5 rem, and also do color set to white, even though it's white for like for, you know, if there's an error or thing. Always set the color. So for animate grid, so for using grid, I can display it as grid. Since using grid will be much more easier than flex here. In the grid template columns, I can do repeat, autofill, and do min max. And I'm just going to do 200 pixels per fraction here. And do gap set to 1.5 rem. Now to make the actual card, which is right there, I'll do anime card, right? Hopefully I named that right. Right, I actually did. And do you go to university? Yes, I go to university. I'm not a graduate. Gabi, please do my computer project. No. Yes, but you have to transfer like $1 billion. I'll do it for you. How to make money in 2 seconds. Yep, that's how you do it, guys. So I'm just gonna do that, and also do for the card. I'm also gonna do overflow set to hidden. I also do cursor set to pointer, and do transition set to all 0.3 seconds at ease, and do border set to 1 pixel solid. Oops, 333. Just like that. And there we go. So for the hover effect, what I'm going to do here, so for hover, I'm just going to do hover here and do transform, translate at -5 pixels, and do box shadow 0, 10 pixels, 30 pixels, and RGBA, set that to that, and there we go. So the next thing that I need to make is, wait a minute. Okay, for poster, right? With anime poster being the actual, anime background. So I'm just gonna style that. I'm just gonna do width, set that to 100%, height set to 250 pixels, and also do background. I'm gonna do background size set to cover, and do background position set to center, do position set to relative. And here I'm just gonna do anime info, set the padding to 1 rem, just like that, and do anime title. I can do font weight, set that to bold, and margin bottom set to 0.5 rem, just like that. Now for the anime rating, anime rating, I can do color, set that to dark yellow. Yeah, that works. A little bit lighter though. Yeah, there we go. And do margin bottom set to 0.5 rem, just like that. And anime genre, I'm just gonna do anime genre. What did I spell? Whatever this is. I'm just gonna do color, set that to 888 and do font size set to 0.9 rem. And there we go. Now that is for one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to get the card. You go to JavaScript and make a variable. So I'm just going to put card and just paste that there for now, so that I can just save it for now and let that rest over there. Why did you use translate there? Where? Can you tell me where? Yesterday was officially opening of my cafe. Oh, really? Congratulations. Congratulations, guys. Alicia. Agabi, sir. You don't have to call me sir. Can you please refer from which video a beginner should start learning journey? You should learn HTML. After that, move on to when you actually grasp the HTML structure, move on to CSS, right? And after that, once you learn to style, like once you learn to make layouts, you can move on to JavaScript. After you learn JavaScript, you can start to learn Tailwind, which is a CSS framework. I swear to God, if you like, once you start using Tailwind, you will never use CSS. And after that, after that you can learn React. If you want to, further go into front end, you can learn React. And after that, if you want to go deep, you can start learning Next.js. Transform, translate 5 pixels. This right here. This will basically, just for this effect, if you hover over it, it will just basically translate 5 pixels upwards while giving the box shadow that we put. This one right here. That's pretty much it. That's it. Now if I don't put this, it will just give me the shadow and that's it. Right? Now if I put this, it will translate upwards, like 5 pixels upwards. You see this? I can increase this by 50 and have it really go upwards. Or you can even go 100 and just absolutely go crazy. But yeah. But it will not make sense. So that's why I just give 5 pixels. Thanks. If you will come to my cafe, I'll give you 50% discount. Oh. I mean, I wish I could. Where is it? On your channel, can I find? I mean, as you said, HTML, CSS, and everything. Yeah, we have an HTML, CSS. The HTML and CSS course is made by me, and the JavaScript course was made by my coworker. Okay, he's my RL friend. We just work together. So he's really good at explaining stuff, while I'm just good at yapping. So yeah, you can watch our videos if you want. You can try. Do it 300 pixels, and here I can just basically just do background. Background color, set that to that. Padding set to 2 rem and 1 rem, just like that. It's starting to look like really bad because it's not like, we haven't made the thing, but yeah. You can probably do like this. Yeah, oh, actually much better. Yeah, it looks much better. Okay, so that is for the padding. Plus, I can just give a border left, like 1 pixel, solid, 333, just like that. 100% for me, right, Alicia? I also liked your coffee website. That was cool. Thank you. Caramel coffee latte. With 50% for Gabi and maybe 10, 20 for you, or 10 for... Oh my god, that's based. Popular items. So I can just do display flex, and here I can do gap 1 rem, and margin bottom set to 1 rem. Also do padding to 0.5 rem, and also do border radius set to 5 pixels, and also do cursor set to pointer, and also do transition set to all 0.3 seconds at ease, just like that. Next is the hover, so we also have to make the hover effect for this. Remember guys, when you're making layouts or anything, always make hover effects. It will just make your website look pretty like next level, just adding like few things like this one, these ones right here, just like that. It will just make the whole like website experience really pop out instead of just having a static effect, you know. Just like that. See, it's 10 times, like almost 10 times better. Why are you ordering here? I didn't open my cafe. Do width 60 pixels. You should actually. Do height around 80 pixels. And do background size set to cover, just like that. Now what I can do is set position to center. And also do border radius to around 5 pixels. There we go. Now to style the actual popular info h4, I can do margin bottom set to 0.5 rem, font size a little bit smaller, just like that. And the p tag set to color, set to font size 0.8 rem. And yeah, that is pretty much it for our thing. One thing I forgot to do was I did change the thing for that. Let me just quickly get Attack on Titan picture, okay? And I'll just put that there. Okay, I got it. And if I just come here, right? Now Attack on Titan, now I can just cut this, paste that there. That should change Attack on Titan, and there we go. Now it looks legit, right? It looks legit. Now that is it for all of our styling. So next thing, the last thing we have to do is add media queries, and after that we should be done, guys. Do width. Let's set that to 768 pixels, and here I can do dot mean container, do flex direction set to column, and do sidebar, right, and do width 100%, with 100%. And last, I can do hero content. I can give it max width 100%, just like that. If it does hit that limit, just like that, now it hits. Now it actually looks responsive. And for the anime grid, what I'm going to do here is, it was 200 pixels per fraction. I can probably just scroll down here and do repeat autofill min max. I can probably do 150 pixels per fraction. There are not many, and that should be it for our thing. Now let's move on to JavaScript. Okay, I haven't been reading chat, so let me quickly read what's happening. I can also make a copy website for you, new shop. Like for free. Gabi, I found a video on your channel. Is HTML CSS tutorial for beginners, episode 1 beta? Yep. Yeah, you can start with that. Yep, 100%. That is that like that video was made by me. So if you want to just get started with CSS, it's a very basic course. If you want to get started with that, I have actually explained it up to Flex. There are a lot of CSS properties that still you need to learn. But for basic layouting, you can just watch that video. That's like that tutorial for 100%. Yeah, but you gotta do the part. Yes, you'll start from yes. You can start using basic. Then what's the use of website only? I only know 50% JS.